Hi guys, and I hope you're all well. This is going to be my second review of 2018, which is already weird to say. And today I'm going to be looking at the brand new release from Corrosion of Conformity, No Cross, No Crown. No Cross, No Crown is their first record to be released since their 2014 effort, which was 9. Probably what it's most significant for is the return of Pepper Keenan on vocals, guitar, and all that sort of stuff. And it's been a tough one, to be totally honest. It's been a really weird one to kind of try and get my head around. So the album kind of follows the suit of almost like an intro track and then a track, intro track, track. I feel that could be something that's slightly detrimental to it. It opens up with Novus Deus, which kind of, sets the mood right. It's got this sort of classic southern feel, so you know exactly okay, we're back into classic Corrosion of Conformity land. And then it's followed up by the Luddite, which is, I've got to say, it's got some brilliant riffs, this album. Like the riff was like the material that is offered on No Cross, No Crown does sound like vintage Corrosion of Conformity, but for some reason it's slightly forgetful. Whilst I was listening to the album, the riffs were really great, but there's nothing that you can kind of properly take away. Not entirely sure why that is, because I really enjoyed Wise Blood and all the classics, but for some reason this record, it just didn't quite stick, and I've got a feeling that it could be to do with these little interlude bits. But of course, so it's not all just kind of instrumental sections. Cast the First Stone, as I think was the first single, has got that sort of like and it's got, it's a bit maybe faster paced for the sort of classic southern sound. It's got some interesting sort of licks in it. There's a track called Matres Diem, which I think is actually, it's quite interesting. It almost sounds a bit like, I don't know if you guys know John Butler Trio, but he plays, like 12-string acoustic guitar. And it's quite a bright sounding song, which kind of puts it as quite a juxtaposition of what's kind of come before it. Probably the heaviest track I would say is Forgive Me, and it starts off with this and then goes into this and it's well rooted in pentagram territory, and it almost sounds like early Sabbath. So I'm not saying that the album hasn't got riffs. It's just for some reason they're just not quite. They just haven't got their staying power after you've finished listening to the record. And I feel that I've given this record a lot of time, and I'm trying to kind of understand why they weren't resonating with me. And perhaps maybe if they tried something slightly different, personally I might have liked it a bit more. But I do understand that this is kind of southern metal by the book. I mean, Corrosion of Conformity practically wrote the southern metal book. It's got that sort of like slightly lax as well, like Wolf Named Crow, where it's like which obviously reminds me of Down, Pepper Keenan, Kurt Weinstein, all that sort of stuff. It's the kind of album that wouldn't be out of place in the World's End or the Crowbar, for those of you who aren't living in London, they're classic metal pubs. Whilst you're having a beer with your friends and you hear something on in the background, and it's cool, but it's nothing really to kind of take away. The interesting ballad that's nothing left to say, and it's got this classic on Pepper Keenan's vocals, and I think it is good. It's a good album, definitely. But yeah, for some reason it just didn't quite grab me as I wished it would. So I'm going to be awarding it a 3 out of 5, because there are definitely riffs which are worthy of everyone hearing, but don't expect them to kind of stay with you. I don't know, maybe I need to experience it live, and after I've seen them live, perhaps it might be a slightly different story. If you like this video, please make sure to like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you guys so much for watching. I also wanted to say thank you everyone who's subscribed to my channel over 2017. I'm hoping to make 2018 the biggest year yet. And yeah, I'll see you guys soon. Peace.